But I'm not a rapper.
All right, yes, welcome back to the Wholesome House. Feels extremely. I was trying to find like a really bougie word to use. Extremely poignant, extremely benevolent, extremely
Poignant.
it just feels good. It feels great. I was telling John earlier that honestly today was one of those days that like work was painful. Like it was like really difficult to make it to the end of the day.
What I'm saying. The last couple hours, bro.
Those last few
fighting.
hours, man. I just really had to push myself. But we made it. We're here. Back in the Wholesome House, and it's wonderful to be here. It is Benjamin Lane, the Soundbite Surfer. Remember, I'm going by that name for a little bit for now. But, yeah, we're going to have a great episode. I do want to say a quick shout out to all the previous events that we've had. Everything's up now, finally. Indeed. All the recaps and stuff. So check those out. Shout out to all the people that we got to interview, just interact with, joke around with, see perform, all that kind of stuff.
Everybody showed us love, man.
Yeah, truly.
Real.
And we do appreciate that. And obviously there's going to be more of that kind of stuff coming. So be on the lookout. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Comment. Who else we got in the house?
Got Mr. Might as well. I think I kind of stole it from John, though.
Oh, no, I was talking about tapping with the content.
But I feel like, I can make some magic happen today. And I'm going to have that be part of my intro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to roll with that. I'm gonna get better at these. I don't know. I feel like mine suck.
Yeah, I know, bro. It's like how long should you go, bro? But it's Mr. Waterboy, Wavy J, man, Wave Master J, the one, the only, man. As far as I know, I don't know no other Wave Master J's. But I'm really happy to be here once again, man.
If there is another one, they're an imposter.
Exactly, bro. Like you gotta holler at me.
You're not valid.
Exactly, bro. You gotta check in with me.
Yes, sir. And if you didn't know, your boy Z-Breeze not in the house today. It is Matsimela.
Yes, sir.
Today I'm gonna go by Matsimela Tony, cause.
But I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna stop you right here. Can you please point it up a little more? The people cannot hear you.
So I'm
Someone's
going by
gonna be watching
alias.
this like amateurs.
Listen,
hey, welcome to the house.
Welcome back. It's my second time here, man.
Yes, sir.
And,
are you our first reoccurring?
You the first.
I'm the first one to come back.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. I'm officially like, I'm like the bruh, man. Like if this was Martin, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the recurring. You know what I'm saying? Like the recurring.
We could have had you come through the window and just like come in and put your headset on. We'll keep that way.
Yeah, bro. We got that for next time. But yeah, man, I was just gonna say, shoot, similar to what Ben was saying, coming from work, like, dude, it was a day, but I'm glad to be here. And shoot, yeah, what we got in the house today?
You said what we got in the house today?
What we got in that?
That's how you throw it into like the topic. Okay, I was just making sure we were on point.
Segway Padawan. I'm not. Right. You know what I'm saying?
The Segway apprentice.
So imagine that at the Wholesome House, it is not this spectacular podcast that you listen to after work or, while you're cooking. Or at work or, whenever it fancies you. Instead, I'm out of breath. Instead, Wholesome House is some form of a corporation that, let's just say, we pay you, or better yet, let's say I'm the corporation, you guys are working for me. I'm going to pay you guys handsomely. Like,
right.
I'm going to pay you enough to where you will want to take the job. Payment is not a part of the issue. But basically, in order to take part in this job, you have to undergo some form of procedure. Okay?
Like a surgical procedure? That's what my brain.
Indeed.
Surgical.
It is
getting all up in there.
It is irreversible.
Oh wow!
But essentially, the reason for it is because when you come to work at the Wholesome House, you essentially will have no memory of your life outside of the Wholesome House.
Only while I'm present there.
Indeed.
Okay.
It's sort of like a crazy sort of work balance sort of a thing, if that makes sense.
Like when you at work, you all in.
Well, when you're at work, you don't know anything else but your existence.
That's what I'm
being
saying.
at
Like
work.
you're really.
It's not like I'm like a Westworld bot.
Hey,
maybe never watched Westworld. So
freaky.
Hey, I love that show too. Yeah. But and then obviously when you clock out for the day, all of your memories of work
flood back.
do not follow you into your life.
Loading.
Oh, so the complete opposite.
They're entirely separate.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess wondering, would you guys take the job? That's the setup.
I don't think I would.
No.
Why?
Why wouldn't you?
Some no's.
Because if they can wipe my memory while I'm there, who's to say like they don't just continuously wipe it, and then I can't have track of like how long I've been there or something.
True.
You know what I mean? I just wake up like a year later, finally leave the facility.
Well,
like, dang, my bank account looking great, but what happened to my family? Why'd they move away? You know what I'm saying? Missing signs. That's my face.
You missing birthdays. You missing family get-togethers. Where you out the loop.
fair.
That's exactly. But how much are you paying me? You said don't worry about it, but I'm gonna worry about it. Like, what's the
how much is enough? How much is
for
enough?
that?
Because
we're looking at meals. We're looking at meals
for sure. For like a
and I ain't talking food,
irreversible sort of procedure.
Oh, so the procedure has to happen inside your brain. So everyone else that doesn't take this job is still living normal. So we're not creating a universe. We're not creating a universe of rules. We're creating the rules of this position. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
These Absolutely are my terms for you to.
No way. There's no way I could take that job. There's too much overlap. There's too much like. I don't. Hey, all right. Again, look. This is not personal. This is not.
Where are we going with this?
I'm just putting a disclaimer. If any of my coworkers, if my team lead, anyone is listening right now,
disclaimer.
This is not specific to my job. I do appreciate my job. I love you all.
So don't take it personal.
So don't take this personal.
If anything, blame it on me. I brought it up. Okay.
Right. But it's like, I don't. Work is so much time of a lifetime.
Yes.
Of a lifetime.
Yes.
So
that's 8 hours a day that you will have no memory of.
No memory of everything that I actually care about. That's kind of what I'm saying is like everything outside of work is the stuff that truly means something to me, something that actually gives me motivation to wake up and like work. And like it's really difficult for me to go to work at a 9 to 5 right now.
Right.
I only do it because of necessity.
I
only hear me when I say I only do it because of necessity.
Gotta make that paper.
If this was not 100% necessary for my well-being,
I would not be there.
I didn't have the restraint of humanity, if I didn't need to eat every day, if I didn't need shelter, if I didn't need clothing, I would not work.
Just like that video you showed me.
So it's like for you to remove all of the everything else of my life that I care about during 40 hours for a full week just for the money. It's not worth it. It can never be worth it.
It can make those 40 hours go by really quick because you going through your day to day.
I know, but then
wake up. Okay.
All the time outside of that would go even faster.
I go in. All right. I'm kind of asleep for a second because I don't remember it. Come back out. Bam. Oh, it's time for dinner. All right. What's up, baby? How you doing?
That's just such a crazy amount of time to just be out of it,
and
bro.
it's so dangerous since everyone else can remember everything. Like they know they're at work. And they're thinking like, oh, what are we eating for dinner later, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like spaced, like I have no whatever. So then when we do get together, it's a different.
You mean your coworkers?
No, I'm saying like all the people outside of the workers of this company.
Yes.
If my family has the understanding of both sides of the world, but I only have like the awareness of the current stuff while I'm like out of work, we have a completely different universe. And so like we can't value the same stuff when we do get together because they're like, yeah, man, I've been looking forward to you coming home and us watching this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm just home now. Like it's a different level of like appreciation because
be happy you called me while I was on.
Yeah, exactly.
Airplane mode working.
So I don't know. I definitely can't. I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't do it. Oh man.
Yeah, that's hella sketchy.
I think it would just be too much, bruh. And it makes me think like, how long will I be doing this job until? And I think we said it with like the picking up the poop thing, like way back when. But like
facts though,
you know what I'm saying?
It's sort of a similar sort of thing.
Until like, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired of this, or you know what I'm saying. or like, you know what I'm saying, until my memory being wiped every day.
It's
like
not necessarily being wiped. It's just you're not conscious.
That's what I'm saying. Or at least like, you know what I'm saying, I'm losing that bit of time. We talk a lot about time on the show too, bro. Like
but it's also like, will it add time? Because if I'm doing my job probably perfectly. I don't have any of the distractions of my actual life.
You don't know.
I'm just fully dedicated.
Also, you know, part of it, I guess I didn't really throw this part into it. And I guess I'll come clean now. If you're watching this and you know what I'm referring to, this will be pretty cool. This is sort of a premise of a show called Severance on Apple TV. It's like Apple TV Plus.
I always forget about Apple TV.
Their original kind of thing.
Weird.
Listen, I watched this show in a day. And I'm steering clear from anything about this show, but the premise I thought you guys would find interesting.
Yeah.
But
they should pay you.
Man.
Continue.
Hey, that'd be nice too. Hey, hit me up. Listen, put me on a show or something. That'd be dope too.
Free promotion. Come on now.
But what was it that you had said before though? Matt.
No.
You know.
I said you know I said a lot of things. Man.
It'd be fleeting, bro.
Somebody
it
that's
was about
listening
the
knows.
topic. It was about the what we were just
or about that would you be gaining time?
Oh yeah,
distractions. Yeah, so if I would be like, if
really good.
If I did this, then
right.
So I was actually gonna lead that into saying like, okay, if I could be adding on time to the stuff I care about. Say if I'm stacking bread, I'm there for like 2-3 years. I'm getting paid handsomely. I could just quit.
Incredibly.
I could just quit. Even though I feel like I probably wouldn't.
I don't know if you could quit.
So I ain't even making enough that I can just break off and do my thing.
Oh, you ain't telling me this part, man.
Talking about you get paid handsome.
I told you the procedures.
I was gonna say that's the part that stuck out because I was like, there might even be a side effect to this procedure.
So it's already etched out the time of the day when your memory is gonna flip to this different person. Now you're basically split.
Well,
you have two different personalities.
Indeed,
that's what I was thinking. But the way
I
pictured this universe is like, there's like a chip inside implanted, and the moment you like walk in the door of the office building, that's when it like activates this flip, and so as soon as you walk out,
it'd be smoother.
Yeah. As opposed to it being a time-based thing or like a activity-based thing. Because what if I go and get the same job but with a different company, but the different company doesn't have these rules? Man. Now I'm really just trapped, you know. So they're
gonna force shut down.
I feel like exactly. So I feel like it's best as let's say it's like the building, like the actual location, and that company will always be in this building for like the end of time.
Imagine trying to get another job. That'd be so like disorienting, bro. From going to like you're like, you know what I'm saying, out of it like for this period of time to like you gotta work a whole 8 hours.
Culture shock.
You're like, this feels longer than usual.
So what's your job experience?
Right.
Like I couldn't tell you.
Honestly.
That's the other thing too. You don't know what you're doing.
You gotta ask me at this time, bro. If you call me then I could probably
you won't be able to like communicate any type of transferable skills either.
Not at all, bro.
Exactly.
You know that job, and you know that
you don't
job.
really know it.
You but you know, trust me, please. I got this. I do it every time. It just happens.
I'm just saying. So cool. Yeah, no, and I absolutely would not ever, especially because of the permanent part of it too. Because also life be crazy. Imagine you just, I don't know, sneeze too hard or something, shake it, and I don't know. You got juices in your brain now. You're just not good. Nah, bro. Off of work. No.
What's the side effects looking like, bro? Your brain is gonna be scrambled.
I'm just saying,
that's
bro.
Also just dangerous because life continues when you're at work. Like, what if there's a complete emergency? You know, like if you got kids and they're in school or something, and something's going on that happened,
you wouldn't know.
They trying to call you or something. Like you're not reachable whatsoever.
Not at all.
You're like, who is this? You're like,
babe. Who's babe?
Exactly. Why are you calling me?
I'm not your babe.
I'm not your babe.
Or if anything.
I'm not your babe.
I'm about to block this number. It's weirdo.
And then somebody tells you have kids, but you're there, and you're like, "What do you mean I have kids?"
True, because especially like people be having pictures of their kids on their desks and stuff.
Man, you're like, who are these people on my desk?
Who are these people? Like, that's a cute child, but
I bet they are.
Like that's the furthest extent.
Yeah, no, that's a bad rabbit hole. Because like, say you get there at the beginning of the day, your memory's wiped, and then your child texts you, and you're like, kid, you know what I'm saying? Whatever pops up for your kid's name, you're like, oh, what the hell? and then you're like, oh, I have to get out of here. Like something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So you just go down that whole.
So you like understand that there's like an emergency, but you can't completely.
You can't do anything.
Oh, that's a worse feeling.
You see these text messages you don't recognize, bro. You're like, what is the context and all this?
You start asking people,
like, I need you now. You're like, what? What do you mean? What's going on?
Yeah. How is this going to affect my productivity?
Facts.
I'm trying to get a promotion.
All I know is this job. All right, but. Yeah, but of course we don't do that here at the Wholesome House. There's no form of implants, no form of anything. But if anything, I would say if I can implant a thought, hey, go ahead and comment, subscribe, like.
That's very early for an implant. You're really going for it right now.
I'm going for it because I'm just saying if they stick around for my topic, I might as well, just throw it in there. I'm just saying. But yeah, go ahead. Do the things that you already know to do. It's almost like you're at work, but you're not at work. You're hanging out with us.
Man, significantly better.
Smooth.
Speaking of, this is really weird. So you said doo-doo, and it just made me think of something. Not the original topic that I was thinking about, but I want to take it here instead. So I recently found out that this is like somewhat of a controversy, and I also recently found out that I'm a part of the minority of the controversy, which... Man, it sucks sometimes. Like you think you get used to being a minority, but you never do. You never do.
Wow.
So fellas, I need to ask. That's powerful. Wake up, people.
Wake up.
So, let me just get into it. So when you're wiping, do you stand or do you stay seated?
There's no way that this is where this is.
Wow.
It's
not prepared for this.
I need to know.
I have another question about that.
We'll get there
too,
but I need to know. This is necessity.
Who's standing?
I stand, bro.
Listen, man.
And I'm gonna stand on that.
No way.
All right, so Troy's a sitter. You guys are sitters too?
You're already on the toilet.
Troy, what?
I do what I gotta do.
I say.
Excuse me.
I do what's necessary for the job.
I know, but what
does that entail?
Whatever that may be at that point in time, you know what I'm saying?
How does it vary?
I don't always.
What are the factors that would change the method?
See, now we're getting into dangerous territory right here.
How is this?
It's like a tight, all about you technique, in a tight bro. Bathroom or something where it's like you can't.
Okay, so environment plays a factor.
Maybe
environment plays a role. Whether I'm at the crib, whether I'm in a public setting, whether it's a porta potty,
right,
whether it's you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, okay, I get that. Let's say most comfortable setting you're at in the comfort of your own home. What's your go-to?
I'm chilling. I'm not sitting down, man. I'm lounging, bro. Okay. So my legs.
He's talking about, I'm gonna cut the BS, bro. Like I'm straight to it, bro. Yeah. I probably said so standing.
So you're not a fan of a squatty potty, then, huh?
What?
No, you're not.
I don't know what that is.
You're not.
Wow.
It's just that's a lot of because then you gotta stand like you're standing the whole time. Like when do you?
No, only for the wipe.
Just when you wipe it, bro.
Right? No, I got you on that, but I'm just saying. Like,
when it's time to wipe,
you know that second wave sometimes.
Oh, I know. No, that doesn't happen to me.
Oh, okay. Sure.
No, I sit tight. I'm patient with myself. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. I'm very in tune with my body. Wow. So yeah, no. But no, I feel like so again, like I said, I recently found out that standing is the minority. And I think it's hilarious because this is something that obviously you don't generally talk about. So like you don't like your initial reaction was like standing, like you didn't know that existed.
No, I didn't.
That's what I was sitting there thinking.
On my end, I was just like, when I first heard about this, I was like, how is that physically possible? Like I was genuinely perplexed of like, how can someone like have enough room to wipe while they're still sitting? Because I just feel like my hand would like be in pain because hey, look. Maybe I just gotta wag it or something. Maybe I.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. My man been dragging that.
Maybe.
You was about to say something crazy, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about, G.
Maybe, there's just a lot more there personally that would result in there being less of like a sliver between my body and the back of the toilet seat. Like I feel like I would be scraping my hand against the seat, and that sounds awful.
Nah.
So like, Because y'all go behind. Like when you go behind, you don't go in front. You can't go in front as a guy, and that's also super dirty. You gotta go. You gotta go front to back. So it's like you have to be going behind, and I just feel like how is there enough room?
Wow.
But the thing is, more. Go ahead.
You still go behind, even if you're standing up. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're saying, but like it's just.
I guess I just need to try.
You just gotta. I guess we just gotta try to understand your perspective as well. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't really have I'm not saying one's superior. I think genuinely because the more I thought about it, I was like, how did this happen? How did I become in the minority, and how did I also not know that I was in the minority? Because I would feel a lot more comfortable if I was just like, I'm gonna take a stand. This is more comfortable for me. This is, better.
Take a stand.
This is, no pun intended. I'm gonna outweigh the benefits and the costs and make this active decision. But I truly believe that
it's
just
an active decision.
No, I think we were just taught one thing. Like, when you were getting potty trained.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm like, that is terrible. Like this, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve that. One day, my parents were just like, no, this is the right way to do it. And that blocked me from an entire universe
this one not on me.
and perspective of like,
that's real.
There's another way to do it.
I was going to say, to your defense, I guess there is no, I feel like normally when you find out you're in the minority is when you are amongst the majority.
Yes.
And at least I do not partake in group bathroom activities, so I would have no knowledge of how someone else's,
and so like no one ever really this is why I wanted to bring this up, because I'm hoping people that listen to it will start to realize we exist, people. Standards exist. Listen, and if you're a standard, sitters exist too. Like we need to be aware of these. I guess we don't need to.
Like, feel me? Squatters exist too.
Squatters do exist.
I mean, squatters. I feel like squatters is only reasonable in like the public setting. I feel like it's really strange if you're squatting at home. Like,
some people are just what do you call them, hypochondriacs maybe. So they're just like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what that means? Like,
yeah, I just feel like there should be some level of like where you're I mean, I can't speak because I'm not one. I don't know how intense like that can be to your mental. Same with like, that'd be like me trying to, minimalize someone that has OCD or something. Like I'm not trying to do that, but it's like, I just feel like germs can only infringe on like my resistance or fear of germs can only infringe on my comfortability to a certain extent.
I feel you. Yeah, no,
that's a lot of getting away from a germ.
Hypochondriacs must be able to squat like crazy. Like in terms of like, they probably have very, very strong hamstrings, quads.
Like, y'all doing wall sits. They just like, this is nothing. That's how much. This is my everyday.
I ain't touching the floor, bro.
Exactly. He just floating in the air, bro.
Right. Next time we have a kickball game, I'm requesting all the squatters to raise their hands because I want them on my team.
Somebody just sweating like squatters, bro. That's crazy as ever.
That's gonna be our team name and everything.
You know who doesn't have that issue of standing and squatting though?
Cool.
People, Europeans.
Oh, well, like bidets.
Bidets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you mentioned bidets before?
I don't think so.
Maybe on the live or something.
Oh, okay.
I would love a freaking bidet.
No, this leads me to my follow-up question.
Go for it.
This was something.
I would like it. Maybe like I would probably appreciate it.
It's one of those things that you're like afraid to like. Like is this okay?
Guilty
like,
pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, it's the third time you went to the bathroom in 30 minutes, bro.
Oh no! At that point,
you know about that.
You gotta holler at him.
Bro, get out of my house.
You in there fighting demons.
Literally.
Okay, you said you had a follow-up.
Yeah, no, that leads to a follow-up. I'm not too sure where this is going to go. But I would not say I'm in the minority in this, but it does present another option I had not heard of before. So, if you're fortunate enough to be in a bathroom, taking care of your business, and you have the option between tissue, toilet paper, and then like let's say a wet wipe, I feel like most people would choose the wet wipe. Or if not, that's okay. I'm not trying to say either. Really, I'm happy we wiping. You feel me? But
at least we got there.
I'm just saying. Yeah. But recently I've heard that if you don't have the wet wipe, you just wet some paper, some toilet paper, and then you go ahead and do it. You take care of it like
using
that.
Like 6-ply toilet paper.
Yeah,
they're just gonna fall asleep.
I was gonna say,
or fall asleep, fall apart.
Keep it going. Yeah, it's gonna crumble inside.
I feel like it won't be as effective.
Especially depending on what bathroom you rocking with. You rocking with a one
wait. You can't even do that like in a public bathroom.
That's what I'm saying. How you wet in the water?
That's what
Right, his pants kind of like
as you walk in, someone's just waddling over to just to wet their paper or their toilet paper. This is inappropriate for the workplace.
No fact,
man.
You are now getting a public indecency charge because you didn't prepare your moist towelettes.
Trying to get in there. You know me, man.
Right? They didn't have wet wipes.
This is not the time to make small talk. I'm calling the police.
You never wet your wipe.
Exactly, bro. You talking about you just using that dry toilet paper? You talking about, come on, bro. You're not doing it right.
But yeah, I had never heard of that before.
I've never
That's pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie.
Because also, I'm pretty sure like toilet paper is not very clean. I really feel like it's not very clean, and that's why.
You mean it's not efficient at cleaning, or it's not itself like because it's just sitting out like
Yes.
it's
not sterile?
Absolutely correct.
Fair.
That is, and I'll stand on that. I feel that way very strongly.
Hey,
Well, just given the particles and the environment that it's in, I guess.
But also, I ain't trying to say like we don't just die or something. It ain't like that. But it is not clean enough for me to.
That's
wet
the difficult
at
part
all.
about like
No, sir.
all of this. I don't know if you guys saw the TikTok about when you leave the bathroom, like how he did the whole science with the petri dishes of the different forms of drying your hands.
I think I did.
So yeah, it was like all the different types of air dryers. Like he did one just paper towel, just waving your hands. The little Dyson thing where you stick your hand. Yeah. He did like a petri dish, and basically all of them like still grew germs and
Got that
blah blah blah.
boo-boo on it.
And essentially, yeah.
Sorry.
And I don't know. I'm just. This is you reach a point where you're just like, all right.
Yeah. Like, bro,
It's a public bathroom.
just get this hand sanitizer. You know
I'm gonna still do the best that I can.
Man.
I'm gonna do the because science is always gonna science. It's always gonna be that one little. Hey, look! If you literally look at, first of all, soap doesn't kill anything. Soap literally washes away. That was one of like the middle school science lessons that stuck with me so heavily. I was just like, soap does not actually kill anything. And then hand sanitizer, 99.9.
and it's antibacterial,
generally
not antiviral.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
so like,
I've never thought about
and
that.
even the antiviral ones usually say it's not good for you.
Whoa.
I mean, I think it's because like there's good bacteria, like the antibacterial, right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you're destroying that as well, and just promoting like a terrible environment for everything. So
You doing more harm than good.
you feel me, bro? Yeah.
So
kind of
when
like
I
how
have-
it's bad
when I have
mushrooms.
huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what did you say?
Like it's bad mushrooms and good mushrooms.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Mario get the smiley mushroom, he grow. He get the bad one, he drink.
That's a fact.
That's a
Right.
fact. That's a fact.
I got you on that reference, bro.
this is science. They were onto something.
Did you have something?
Man, it's
Or was
spitting.
because I was
Nah.
well. I have recently been thinking about mushrooms, low key,
Okay.
and not the kind you're thinking of. So, just in general, like,
mushrooms.
what do you all think about mushrooms in general? Like
Ben's a
the
fun guy.
ones you eat, the edible ones, mushrooms.
I mean, I said that
The edible
I think
ones.
that was like the first episode, low key, first or second episode, where I said like my whole philosophy. Well, I'm a very large fan of mushrooms, and my philosophy on mushrooms is if you don't like mushrooms, you just don't like them yet. Your taste buds just haven't grown up
Matured.
yet. Yeah. So that's my overall opinion. Mushrooms can go on any dish that I want to throw them on.
Any dish?
I'm not saying that they pair well with any dish, but I'm saying like if the option is there, I'm add
you
the
do
mushrooms.
something with some
Eating the
mushrooms.
Throw them
Facts.
things on now.
And you know
I
what?
got some mushrooms in the fridge right now, bro.
Shoot, I'll eat them
Do
straight.
too.
Saute
Oh,
them boys.
no.
Anyway,
Give me a
Oh no.
Hey, bro. Well, you eating mushrooms all your life might be the reason why you're the Segway Sensei. You know what I'm saying? Making those quick connections because it promotes neurogenesis.
There we
And
go.
You feel me, bro? Like it promotes brain cell growth. But aside from this, I just been like, bro, it's just so many crazy things about shrooms in general. And I'm like, maybe I should
Mushes.
eat the good ones like lion's mane and all that because, bro, mushrooms support like 70% of the biosphere of like the earth and whatnot.
We're getting
like,
scholarly today, ladies and gentlemen.
We are. We really are.
bro, literally, bro. I mean, I'm sorry. This has been marinating inside my mind. I'm like, why does it promote brain cell growth? Why is it the foundation.
Why does it do everything
of nature? Like, bro, like it's really just
it's
like
been under our noses this entire time.
How's it not a superfood?
It's a superfood, super fungus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, super
bro?
fungus.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's a fungal food. Fungus. Yeah. So that.
So what are some of the good ones?
Like I said, lion's mane. It's some other. I don't know. Right. Shiitake.
Shiitake.
Portobello.
Right.
Oh, but that's a good one. Yeah.
Psilocybin. I don't know, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's a lot of them. I don't
Better
know.
not be no Molly.
It better not be no Molly. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for the shrooms.
Indeed.
I rock with mushrooms, bro. They used to be like one of my go-to pizza toppings. I used to get like pepperoni and mushrooms. Yeah.
You changed up on the mushes.
I probably
I
like
don't condone that, G.
I went on some slight like pineapple pizza at some point, like in the future. But then like I don't know. I'd still get mushrooms on pizza though. I rock with the mushrooms since I was like younger for sure.
Off the supreme pizza.
Do mushrooms have like positive effect in terms of, I guess, body like
yes,
like whether it's weight loss or muscle growth or?
I can't go that deep. I haven't done enough research, but I know different ones do different things anyway. So I know generally speaking, they do say neurogenesis. That's like what stuck out to me. Other ones are like, I will say a lot of them have a lot of antioxidants. And
I was gonna say maybe some probiotic
like anti-cancer effects. So this sort of situation.
What does it mean to be anti-cancer?
Not carcinogenic. So
I'm anti-cancer.
I'm anti-cancer.
I hate cancer.
I was about to say.
This is me. I hate
behind that.
I was about to say it was like Young
Cancer
Thug.
can kick rocks.
I was about to say like Young Thug because he had the F Cancer song. That was like my first thought.
Yeah, but like because we don't. I mean, if we don't have a cure, how can we be like, oh, this is anti-cancer?
Right. See.
I guess if it's not promoting it, they just like
word, you know
it's against
but
it.
I know antioxidants in itself, you know what I'm saying, is what oh my God, bro.
Hang in there, bro.
I'm trying to think of it for you guys in a digestible chunk.
You're doing great.
You know,
the podcast version.
So there are like free
Instead
radicals inside your
word.
body, like these little small dangerous particles essentially.
That sounds
that
lit.
No, obviously it's lighting your cells up, bro.
Oh.
Like, pow, pow, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And then it's like, bro, you can either like
Your cell ops.
you can either like whatever happened to them, you can get off like them, or you could join me type of situation. And then the
It's recruiting for the cause. That's crazy.
Yes. But
Wow.
the antioxidants comes in like, nah, bro, you weren't supposed to be here in the first place, bro. You got to go. You got to get. You know what I'm saying? So then that's pretty much how like antioxidants goes into anti-cancer.
That had to be on Osmosis Jones at some point,
somewhere
bro.
in there.
I'm pretty sure
It's somewhere in the plot of that.
This rant.
Either a movie or the show. They brought that up at some point, bro.
So Matt, being that you are the muscles of our operation,
That's funny.
for those that are only listening, for those that are only listening and are not watching on YouTube and do not see Matt's physical form,
Wow.
Matt is the muscles
form.
of the Wholesome House. So first and foremost, I've always wondered, like, and you also have more of like the actual like educational background when it comes to this kind of stuff.
This is true.
But well, first and foremost, when this is not just we'll make this quick, but when did you start like kind of focusing more on like getting stronger in terms of like actively working out?
Oh man, I started working out intentionally when I was like 12.
Is that early?
I'd probably say
Because that's essentially that's the question. Like I'm trying to figure out like what is the age
I think
that's like your body is actually okay.
to start working out.
Yes.
Okay, that's a loaded question. I mean, I think before you catch like all your growth spurts, you don't want to, because you type shit like you can literally like stunt your growth, in different ways. Not even just height, but so as long as you're not going like haywire, you know what I'm saying, you should be good. What was it? Okay, yeah. So I started when I was 12, and I feel like that's compared to my peers, that was pretty early to be working out intentionally with like dumbbells and stuff. Other people, you got football practice, you got basketball practice, you know what I'm saying? You like in team sports, so you may be going harder than what I did, especially if you're doing football. So, in short, I would say It just depends on the kid.
So when is your child? That's where I was going with this. When is your child gonna have to get in the gym?
Oh yeah. I mean, he gonna be rocking with daddy like from the day one, for real.
When they get in the pool, bro.
It's not gonna be nothing crazy.
Oh yeah, lifeguard.
Oh my god, bro.
That's
literally day one. Yeah, no. Yeah, you probably not getting into like the actual gym with me like until you're maybe 7 or 8. Like not to drop a freaking weight on your toe. But
facts.
I may even change that. But yeah, my kids are getting in the pool as soon as they're out the womb almost. Because that's like advised.
Wow.
That's actually advised inside like the swimming world. Like the sooner you get kids in it, because they're instinctively.
We talked about that before, yeah.
We talked about that before. That's why I was.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay.
Launching them into the pool. So you're gonna be one of them.
Yeah. No. There is a strategic.
Like
there's a strategic way to go about it. Yeah. No.
Dunk them like a chicken.
Bro, it don't look strategic at all.
You don't just fling your kid into the. You do that after you taught them. But like you just ease them into it. You get them comfortable with the water, and then they're like
oh, just wait.
Associate that
as soon as you're ready.
Just waiting, bro. Y'all watching Wipeout, bro?
Yeah, dog. No.
Talking like Kobe.
But I mean, you think about like they be inside the belly, just like kind of swimming around inside there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get them as a baby inside the water. They associated with that.
This is just a bigger pool. Don't worry.
True.
Quite literally.
Interesting.
Yep.
That is all I have for you. Thanks to Matt, the muscle.
Hey, I tried, bro. Just call me.
Okay, so now to get back to the actual topic, and not the actual topic, but the topic I was supposed to get to.
Okay.
I got sidetracked by the doo-doo. Yeah. I'm glad we took that detour though.
Wow. I did not think I would talk about that, but that's something that's been on my mind for a while.
Really?
That's so crazy.
That is very interesting.
Like mushrooms go into that too.
I believe that, actually.
Like the segue made sense. What I'm saying. but go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't know how I want to frame this. So I'll just start by saying this week I had the opportunity to do a shoot. Shout out to Mike. I know I mentioned Mike before. I do some shoots with him here and there. But we worked a funeral this week.
Okay.
And first off, I would just like to say it was a very interesting experience being at a funeral of a stranger.
Yes.
I think that was the first time that I've experienced that. And that came with, and this is not to be morbid. I know we were just talking about like death and stuff. Last episode. Two episodes ago with
that before this podcast dropped.
Yeah. So hopefully we're not overwhelming people with death talk. But have any of you ever been to like a white funeral or like a funeral of a different cultural background?
No.
Do we know what that experience is like?
Sad.
I mean, well, yeah, because it's a funeral.
Dog.
But think about, I guess if you were to guess how it differs.
Well, I'll say it. I know it probably will have a start time and a finish time. I'll just say it.
Thank you.
Because I had a similar experience a couple weeks ago, at least for someone that I didn't know super duper personally, and it wasn't necessarily a funeral. It was like another form of like homegoing, and it was just like I don't necessarily have a huge connection to this person, but going and being around like not I don't want to say like that energy, but just like man, like people are really really hurting, and it's just like I can see the love y'all had, type thing, but. I'm sorry. But to answer the question, definitely start time, end time. I'm trying to think of all the funerals that I've been to. I don't know if there's an after. It may just be go home.
Kind of repass.
I think they be eating too. I think they be feasting, like we do. Either way. Oh, did you have something to add on? But yeah. So I asked that question just because I did get to think about that instance and also all the other funerals that I've been to, and I was noticing just like taking note of those specific like characteristics that do stay pretty consistent when it comes to like an African American funeral. And one of the things that jumped out at me was just like they're very hopeful. Like obviously there's time to mourn, there's time to discuss like, oh, this is that, blah, blah, blah. And we're gonna miss them and they did all this while they were here. But they also, at the end of the day, they're like, oh, but I don't want to use my feature voice right now.
Oh no.
They'll be like, but this was a saved woman, so this is not the last time we gonna see her.
Oh,
She
wow.
gonna, like that kind of stuff. Like, yeah. And
Okay.
so that then, of course, just kind of got me thinking more and more about like the differences of culture when it comes to like similar events. So obviously, there's very differences in like church experiences first and foremost. There's differences in birthdays, there's differences and whatever. So yeah, I guess it's really just the topic is just kind of like, what are some of those moments that I don't necessarily want to say that you appreciate those differences, or like what are those things that you kind of think about when it comes to like, I'm really glad that like we do it this way. Like something that really sticks out, because I was sitting there at the funeral, I was like, at the end of the day, like this is still a really nice experience. Like it's very unfortunate that we are gathering for this purpose, but by the end of the actual event, like everyone kind of leaves with that still feeling of hope and still feeling of whatever. And then same thing with church is like, churches can be really fun and entertaining, but it can also be like a very deep experience. And so
Right.
Whether that be like a birthday or a wedding, or like what are some of like the big, or even just like family reunions, like what are some of those just instances that our people do a very specific way and that you are like very appreciative of?
I used to, I don't, is it still going? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Got you, yeah.
It sounded, I don't know. It sounded real quiet, like in my headphones, but, I don't know, maybe a little more, well, kind of like a general, but specific to me. I know even when I was staying out of state, like, a lot of holidays and birthdays used to meet at like my grandmother's house. Like it was like definitely like the few times like our family will really get together, and I especially think about it when I was like younger, and I don't know, just the area itself, I think, is just what it is. Like kind of just having like that hub or somebody that like you may like, depending on how your family is, like you might technically, the
house where everybody
where
go.
Everyone kind of gets together.
Yeah,
so
I feel that.
It was kind of like what I was thinking.
I feel you. I would say, I don't know. Well, I think this is pretty uniform through most like black functions. You know what I'm saying? But for example, if it's like, bro, I don't know. It'd be really loud, bro. It's a lot of activity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like you can feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of makes you come out of yourself and like really enjoy your time. I mean, if I'm just thinking about the tropes, like, bro, the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, for sure.
You're probably going to see people two-stepping. You're probably going to see people doing like different shuffles and stuff, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? You may catch a shuffle at the funeral, at the party, at the cookout.
My mother so and so loved to hustle.
Right. She loved the Cupid shuffle.
Turn that to me right now.
No way.
She loved that biker shuffle.
Organist, can you play a little some of that to me?
There you go. Play it.
Exactly.
I got you, Sister Sally. I got you.
They just break down crying. So she loved that song.
Yeah.
The tear going down.
Tears rolling down, bro. Just dancing, bro.
That's so fucking good.
Hit that ballroom spin, bro.
I feel like there's just like a level of different like seasoning added to certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes literally.
Sometimes, a lot of times.
Honestly, it's the best one. It's literally. I'll be honest.
I love cha-cha-cha at birthdays too, though. That's another one.
Facts.
I don't know who else does that though. Who all does? Does everyone do like the cha-cha-cha?
Well, I know most of the time we're doing happy birthday.
I was gonna say we don't be
Yes.
singing that one.
That one.
Hear that one every time.
Or y'all have to sing the "How old are you?"
No,
That gets irritating. You dragging it out. It's already
we don't do that. We don't do that as much now.
You do
but
it
when I
as
was
a
younger,
joke
we
to
used
like get on somebody's nerves.
Yeah, you do it once
Right.
as a joke,
Yeah,
and then
like, move on to
like,
the next
bro,
thing.
like it's not funny
36.
anymore.
Wow, yeah.
Bro, facts.
36.
It's cute when you a kid, bro. But you're like,
Are you 28? Are you 20? Like, bro, please, come on. I know we
Yeah,
was
bro.
there, but
There's
we
literally
can't.
balloons that say how old I am. Like, let's not do this.
You're over there heated. People got cameras in their face. But come on, bro.
Right. I'm
Give
trying
us
to
a
go
smile.
home.
Exactly, bro.
Low key, is
I
it
got
okay?
work tomorrow.
Is it cool to blow out the candles now?
What you mean?
Like in the post, you know?
COVID.
Pandemic.
Oh,
you
that.
blowing all your we were just talking about all the little particles of bacteria.
Yeah, literally, bro.
No.
Like if I see you blowing your cake and like all aggressive too.
yeah, I don't want no cake. I'm good.
I don't care if you 5 years old or 50, bro. I'm not touching that cake.
Nah, I'm like, this water is delicious.
You feel
Happy
me?
birthday.
But that ice cream
I'm not
for the
touching
bang.
that.
You're like, yeah, bro.
That cookies and cream ice cream still gonna slap every
Said,
single time.
They blow on. They got a candle on that.
Oh
They just
my
blow.
god! Stop blowing on instead of stop touching with your hands. Stop blowing on the
Dude, I'm blowing on the candles, bro. Fan it.
Just because you right. Just
Somebody get that man a fan or something, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
what other?
Dang. I was thinking strictly for like a funeral, but Matt kind of brought in the question there a bit. And I agree with it actually a lot too. Especially for someone that like myself, I feel like I'm more introverted than others. And then when it's just a lot of stuff going around, somebody grab you by your arm. What's up? How you doing? You're just like, I don't know how I'm here, but we here. Ah.
Yeah,
By the end of the night, like it's just a whole entirely different vibe kind of a thing. I want to say, I wanted to say I feel like we are very welcoming, but that kind of depends on the setting. You know what I mean? Because depending on where you're at, you can't be necessarily welcoming to just anybody that walks up. Hey, come on, join in.
He with you?
Exactly. Exactly. But if it is smooth, it can be a very like, wow, I just met y'all and y'all are super duper cool.
Yeah.
Like, in a way I never would have seen. That's low-key how I feel about my neighbors, high-key.
Yeah. Facts.
Like, where I'm just like, I never knew, and I never would have known if I hadn't just kind of, stepped out of my comfort zone. Or I hear y'all, partying or whatever. Hey, what's up? How you doing? They're like, yeah, come through. I'm like, I have not had this experience with my other neighbors. Don't just say that.
I wonder why.
I wonder.
Why.
I'm kidding. They're also great too. I'm not trying to be that guy, but
They knock on your door.
Right. So I watched the podcast.
Right.
And I gotta say, we should hang out. Like, okay. But
we go fishing.
Right. But and low key, I guess that's kind of a good segue for another topic I had. Do you guys ever? Well, okay. How about this? Let's bring it back to work. So I feel like most of us.
Oh man.
Somehow it always
comes back.
Comes back to work.
So
I hate it.
I feel like most of us, if not now, have had a job where we've had to call people.
Yeah.
And make some sort of contact. Yeah. Maybe I need to get information from you or let you know something, update you, that kind of stuff. Whatever.
Make like 80 calls a day at UWM.
Exactly.
Man.
I'm pretty sure that whoever we're speaking to definitely considers us to be a side character in their life.
How dare they?
So yes, I guess that's kind of where the question goes. Like, how do you feel about that?
Who are you? I'm personally offended because I'm not just nobody. I understand, yes, to them, of course, but again,
like,
who are you?
Like, I'm a side character, man. I'm at least a.
You kidding me?
Side quest.
Talk to the sun. The sun knows me. We have an agreement.
But wouldn't it be crazier if
the sun wakes up, say, "You getting up today?" I said, "Yeah." He'd be like, "All right, I'll get up too." That's how it works. This is how the universe works. Don't play me as a side character.
But wouldn't it be crazy if you were a main character in somebody's life and you had no idea of it, bro? Like
that should be kind of scary.
You don't even know
the reaction you take.
Oh no,
yo, that's stalker vibes right there.
They just talk about, bro. You mean so, they just go up to you talking about, you mean so much to me, bro.
Oh my gosh!
You don't know how important you are to the function of my day to day, bro.
And I feel like I don't think I want to know, bro.
Like I thought you. So I heard you on the podcast. I thought you said you wanted to be the man. I'm like, nah, bro.
Not like this. This is not what I envisioned.
Anything but this.
Like, you know how the editing process goes, bro. Things can get marbled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's not really what I meant, bro.
Right, you took it out of context.
Lost in translation.
You took it out of context and you took it to heart, bro.
Two things that should have never happened.
That's funny.
That'd be crazy, bro. I do think about that a lot, low key. That's why it's so funny.
What,
about
being a side character or being
about
a main character?
You know what I'm saying? Like the normal or whatever things I'm doing, like in my day to day. Like, how's that? How are other people looking at that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I shouldn't say I think about it like all the time, but it definitely crossed my mind. Like, dang, like some people, I might have, me going to get some coffee, saying what's up to somebody, you know what I'm saying? They might, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe that made their day. Maybe they were like, oh my gosh, she's taking forever getting that coffee. Or like, I be thinking about that when I'm driving, bro. You ever be in those situations where
I know when I be driving slow,
where somebody's doing something, like they might cut you off, or they might,
go past you. Like, they staring at you. I'm like, dang, bro.
Driving down the lane until it ends,
both
and then
doing
trying
80.
to get over. Right. People driving fast, but I always have to keep in mind, like, you know what I'm saying? I get mad when people do that, but what about the times when I accidentally, like, I'm doing the same thing, and they're probably in the car like, oh my God, like he's ruining my trip. I was supposed to be at work. No,
because I think about that too. Like, if somebody's for sure in Michigan, like everybody just be driving fast, and so my go-to is always just like, I just be thinking like, wherever you trying to go is nowhere near as important as where I'm trying to get to. Like, you don't like, we all just trying to get to our place. So I don't know why you. But little do I know they trying to get to like their wife that's pregnant.
I be thinking about that too. My dog is in the car, bro. I gotta get there.
You just cut them off. You just mess up the entire lead.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to like get to the podcast. I'm just like, I'm definitely trying to get to something way more important than what you have going on.
Losing their mind.
They in the car just shaking, bro. Just.
No music playing,
bro. Exactly.
Just gripping the wheel. Whoa, just take it easy, man.
Exactly. You looking over at them, they just.
Yo.
I'm trying to think of any other kind. I know that's definitely something that comes to my mind all the time. But it's like you can't help that. Everyone always, when you live inside yourself, like you have to think of your responsibilities. You have to think of like your perspective, how you interact with people, how you affect people, and so naturally you start to develop that, like, but obviously you can easily slip away because there are people that are out there that genuinely feel like the world revolves around them, which is a dangerous space to be in.
I'm saying you a sociopath, bro. You might just be like, hey, I'm the only character.
Oh, that's a wonderful segue for your topic. I don't know if we're getting there yet, but
did anybody else? Because
what's your topic, bro?
If we talking sociopath, bro.
Yo.
Well, I shouldn't say that, man.
Why not? I'll say it.
I know, bro. Because it's
my superpower.
Because it's just a crazy story, bro. And I'm just wondering, man, where it'll all end, bro. So we talked.
We've been following this for some time now.
For a while, bro. Because it just pops up, bro. Ezra Miller, right?
Okay.
Oh my God!
All right. So we were talking a couple episodes ago about the Batgirl movie, $60 million movie. They totally scrapped it. They said the movie was irredeemable, bro. They said if we put this movie out, bro, we don't know what's gonna happen to the status of DC
positive
or anything, bro.
Our reputation will be tarnished,
bro.
Talk about after 60 mil, bro.
They said they scrapped it, bro. All the parties involved, they're not getting nothing, bro.
Oh my God.
Ezra Miller, recently had another run-in with the law because they broke into someone's home and stole some alcohol. And after this,
a millionaire,
man,
presumably.
Exactly. I don't know.
Indeed.
His exact net worth, bro. But WB Discovery now was considering 3 scenarios for the Flash. They said Ezra Miller gives an interview explaining their erratic behavior and then doing limited press. Ezra Miller plays no part in the film's promotion, or they completely scrap the film.
Wow.
And if you've seen recently, Ezra apologized, saying they, for a while have just had a lot of like mental issues and just certain things kind of going on that kind of caused them. And they were looking to get help. And even on the side of that, I saw something recently too that someone, they didn't say who, but attached to that Batgirl movie felt like along like with this, that what Warner Brothers and like DC was doing was kind of ridiculous, and they felt like it wasn't fair that they were scrapping the movie. And I just thought, what I'm saying, it's crazy that all this stuff has happened. He's still been filming for this movie. You know what I'm saying, in this whole time.
Ezra's pronouns are they, them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Them. So.
Okay.
In this Batgirl movie, you know what I'm saying? We ain't see a trailer, not a screen. We ain't see it. We ain't see a thing, you know. So
had to been better than his run. That's all I'm saying. To their run, excuse me.
No, absolutely.
Because that was terrible in the Justice League.
Oh man,
I'm sorry. That Flash. I'm just saying. I would be like, honestly, you could scrap it.
You can scrap it
unless y'all fix my run. I don't know.
And they got the potential to do it, man. But in these situations, like, you know, like, do you think that's like equity? Do you think that's kind of, well, I shouldn't say like, is it fair? But like, you know what I mean? Like, what does that mean that, you know, this movie can be seen as irredeemable? Like, they can scrap this whole thing. They can give so many chances to this person, you know, over, you know, all this time, and, you know, no, regardless of, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does that even look like? And how does that even like reflect on the company was what I was thinking about.
I feel like the company, they got to do what they got to do, you know? I don't think it's anything ever going to be personal when it comes to a full company. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. You know, business is always going to be business. And that's why I try to stay away from business. Because I know I personally, like, I struggle with, like, I'm honestly, I'll admit, I'm not super compassionate. I'm not like a super like soft person when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I'm too compassionate to really be into the world of business. Business is very like, it can be really dicey and it can be very cutthroat a lot of times, and just like cut and dry. If the paper says this, then that's what it is.
Hit this quote.
And so on and so forth. So like, if I were to be like a CEO of some huge company, I might be the one to be like, hey, you know, I know you're dealing with a lot of stuff going on. Like, I really want you to, you know, like figure this out. Like, I'm probably going to give more chances than I should.
So you'll take a pay cut before you take Chuck's pay cut.
Exactly.
Right.
And so, so I get it. You know, when I do think of like, well, it is business, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, well, they have to worry about their brand. They have to worry about everything that they stand for, especially when it has to deal with things like superheroes that children look up to. You know, think about like, kids don't wear Thor costumes, you know, when it's Halloween comes around. They wear like
Spider-Man.
No, I'm saying like they wear the actor, like they wear what they perceive as Thor. Like they're like, no, this is, you know, for a child, they're not like, oh, this is a character, but this is someone that plays the character. As a kid, they're like, no, this person is Thor.
Or
this
like
person,
Robert Downey Jr., this is Iron Man.
Exactly. And so it's not like they don't have the ability to separate things. So imagine that when it's like, okay, well, I see this person as a Flash, then I also see this person committing all these crimes randomly. Because it's possible, you know, I don't know if, you know, they might just stumble on a magazine, or honestly, forget that. Kids be having iPads and stuff nowadays.
TikTok.
It's real easy for them to have access to all this type of information. So yeah, they might develop that whole like, oh man, like Ezra's so cool, they're the Flash, and like create that connection. Then be like, dang, they really stole the alcohol super fast. Like, of course they were able to get off of the alcohol.
No way,
they ran through the freaking house, like, you know. And so I think it's really important for them as a business and as a brand to make sure that the image matches what they intend, because you know that there's always going to be that conflict.
And that's why we said make them reverse Flash.
Right, make them a villain.
Make them a villain, bro.
It makes too much sense.
Honestly, they might not even have to change the costume too much. They just change
in
the
post.
color.
Just change the color, make it yellow.
Flip the color.
Inverted.
Yeah. I mean, they might have to rework some of the scenes around, move some things around, and make it.
But you're professional.
John is trying to give you all the play.
Make it seem a little more professional.
This would be the screenwrite of a lifetime. If you can pull this off.
This man's
you're set.
Your
man is crazy.
Turn that 60 to 600.
Man.
We're talking Tarantino numbers, like impressive.
They'll be like, "This is crazy. This was not what we were expecting."
Right?
They didn't totally flipped it.
But I don't know, man. Like, I feel that even despite, I feel what Ezra has going is that, like you said, already you've been in a couple movies, so they have that history already built. And there are movies that did pretty good, or at least I would say that people were looking forward to. And also, I want to say DC kind of, their movie universe fandom is sort of in an interesting place anyway, because they go through a lot. But
going through it,
and even now, so with Batgirl, I'm just like, I don't know. I think I still probably would have released it, because there's no way you put all that money in.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like, put on Put Locker or something, bro. Like, we got to be able to see.
Because you're saying that out of the 60 million you've already put into it, we cannot get any of this back.
It made me think how
For
good
you
is
to
it?
Never release it.
It made me think how good is that Flash movie?
Exactly. Like, bro,
all this
what?
build up. In fact, that's made me think, man, that movie is probably either some of the greatest piece of fiction we will ever see in this lifetime, or they're milking it at this point.
And the reason being is the fact that, not to necessarily bring up this, because I think we're finally at the point where it's not in the headlines or on it's not trending anymore, like the Johnny Depp and
Amber Heard.
Yes, that situation. Like, when that was going on, they wanted her to like not. I don't know. I think they did cut her role in the new Aquaman movie. So that's kind of why I'm like, how bad could have that Batgirl movie have been? How bad could it have been? Because this is nuts.
Irredeemable is such a strong word, though. I know I keep saying it, but man, that's like
I'm gonna start using that just like
that's
on my day to day.
Like, what you did was irredeemable. Like, you're like your net. Like, this
next time a restaurant burns my food, you're taking this back. I asked for medium. This steak is irredeemable.
They probably be like, their probably faces just drop, bro.
I'm like, you know what? Where are the keys to the restaurant?
Like, man, this is Coney. Please,
I don't want.
Sir, this is D1 Coney.
You gotta relax, bro.
I don't want a free meal. I want your job.
Like, your job.
I want to speak to someone.
I want this establishment.
Right. Matter of fact, did I see something scurry back there? I think I did.
Absolutely not.
It's my word versus yours.
It's your word.
FDA up.
It get like that sometimes.
If I'm not mistaken, the customer is always right, ain't it? Ain't it? Well.
They just be sick, bro.
You're an idiot sandwich.
Oh man. But you know the one way to just keep yourself from just turning into an idiot sandwich, man.
Wow.
There's only one way.
It's only one.
You take the comment, as a bread, as one slice of bread, okay? Then you take a like, some meat. You take a subscribe, maybe it's like a spread of some sort, maybe some mayo or something. And then you share. You take the sharing. That's that other piece of bread. That's how you really create that perfect sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You do all that. That's a great meal right there. So just go ahead and just take care of all that. Make sure you get all the ingredients and do what you got to do to avoid being an idiot sandwich, because that's just not nutritious whatsoever.
At all. Man,
we got the muscles of the group to even prove it. It's true. I don't know why I just have been calling you that, but it's kind of true.
I guess
muscles, but not muscle man. You better than that.
Oh gosh,
you feel me?
They used to call me Larry the Lobster.
More like Skips.
I was trying to.
That's what I used to call Zach. I used to call him Laurie the Lobster.
Yeah, Sam Brannigan.
Yeah, hopefully Zach doesn't get, because Zach's kind of he's probably like second muscle.
Yeah.
Is he more muscle?
Absolutely. Not. Are we talking about per pound?
Yeah.
Some people in our friend group are not gonna like this conversation, bro.
We've been going dumb in the gym. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I know.
We've been going crazy. It's a tough battle, bro. It's a competition at this point.
Y'all about to come on here and have a muscle off, whatever that looks like.
No, the gun show.
Yeah,
there we go.
How's your kids? How's your wife?
I don't know if the people are looking for
muscle off.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, this is a interesting episode. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I got some things off my chest.
Touch on some real topics.
Some very real topics.
this episode,
some very applicable topics.
Some things that you
might have
just been on our mind.
I was gonna say you might have some things to think about, some things to ponder. I don't know. Yes. Whenever you listen to this, whether it's like on your way to work or like at work or at the gym, whatever.
Right.
I hope we really got that brain working as well. And
I hope you ask someone near and dear how they handle their business.
Because these are conversations that need to be had.
Just saying.
Stop avoiding the hard conversations.
Don't wet the paper.
You're not gaining
Don't
it.
wet the tissue.
Don't wet the
whatever
tissue.
You do.
And just wiping. Go ahead.
It's been a pleasure. I do appreciate everyone coming out and checking this episode out. Of course, we got plenty more episodes. If you haven't, if this is your first time listening, go ahead and just go for a binge. Why not? There's plenty of content at this point. Check out everything out. Stay connected. This is Benjamin Lane signing out. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say, drink more water. You already got the sandwich you're making with your commenting, subscribing, your liking, and your sharing, all that. Just drink more water, too. We trying to stay healthy out here. The summer is coming to a close. Not say a close. We still kind of in the middle. I don't want to shut it out that quick. Still got my birthday in there, but
indeed,
that cold weather is incoming, bro.
Shouts out to Leos. Shouts out to Virgos too, man. Y'all coming up, but shouts out to Leos, man.
Hey,
tis the season.
But March, I'm out of here. See y'all later.
Wavy, man. We out of here too, man. Great episode. Watch that. Hey, watch that recap, man.
Of the international.
I finally got to see what that conservatory looked like, and it was really fire. And I thought everybody that got interviewed was really cool too. So definitely, I say tap in with that, bro. Leave a like too. I really liked it.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Might as well. Yes, sir.
Matt the Mailman signing out.
All right.
That's it. See y'all.